What's up, Superhumans? My name's Coach Clay, your head coach here at Alchemy Body Conditioning, bringing you some banded exercise demonstrations. This is the second version, so if you hopefully you tuned in for the first video, this is video number 2. This one we're actually going to be going through exercise demonstrations. Video 1 was the mobility and the warm-up, or maybe the cool down, whichever you want to use it for. Today, what I'm going to start with now is going to be mostly lower body demonstrations using our bands here. Hopefully you have a variety of bands that you could use. If not, what I would say is use some of the thinner bands, because we're just doing demonstrations, figuring this out, and going through the motions and base knowledge of what I can do with the band when I'm on my own. So a lot of people really don't know what the heck to do with these, besides shoulder pull-aparts or band pull-aparts. After that, they feel like these are kind of like, I don't know, very foreign. They're highly underrated, underused, but very versatile and extremely beneficial. So, you can see I got my 2 different styles of bands here. I might double up on some of these bands just in case. But for right now, I'm going to take, this is probably like a ½ inch thick, or ½ inch width. And we're going to start off. So hopefully you've already watched the warm-up video and you're ready to go. We're going to start with squats, everyone's favorite, most common move. If I say squats, everyone knows what I'm talking about. You want to use your glutes and not your back. So, how are we going to do that? With a band. I'll show you 2 different versions. These are introductory versions. There's more than one way to do these squats with a band. I'm just going to show you 2 for today. I'm going to step underneath the band, goes underneath the arch of the foot. I'm going to step out wide, so I've got some tension going underneath my feet. My feet are kind of driving outward. That's what we want to get. I'm going to hook the band through the thumb. Hi, Mom. She watches my videos. Love you, Mom. All right, and I'm going outside the elbows, okay? So I'm staying up, head straight, spine tall, and I'm pushing the hips back, so I have a visual. I know there's kettlebells behind me. I'm trying to get my tailbone, my sacrum, boom, and touch those kettlebells and push it back out. I'm also thinking like I'm getting down into some water. I don't want my shoulders or my neck or my chin or my chest. I don't want that wet, so I'm trying to keep the chest up. Butt goes backwards, chest stays up. Maximum hinge, the motion, the flexion is in the knees, okay? Big time in the knees. Boom. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the quads. I'm feeling this all anterior quads, all glutes. Stomach's tight. Inhale down. Exhale out. So that's one version of a squat. Cool. Front loaded squat. Now I'm going to load straight down the spine from the shoulders. For some people, this version that I'm about to show you is not the most comfortable one, so you might stick with what I just showed you. Other people, this might not bother you, so this is actually pretty good for spine loading or vertical loading through the anatomy. I'm going to bend this. Let's just take it over the shoulders first. Let's take it over the shoulders, kind of right around the traps, like I got a towel, drying off. Okay, I'm gonna try and keep it there. I'm gonna bring the band, I'm gonna push the band open, step in, get a little comfy. I'm gonna take that band, get it comfortable around the neck. Try to keep it as low as you can. Obviously, hang on to it like some suspenders. And you don't want that band rolling anywhere, especially backwards. You just start over. So, same idea. I'm gonna anchor myself. Boom, I'm pushing down into the band. This I like because this tells me, am I pushing up as tight as I can against that band? Can I add more tension? Get more upright and vertical, tighten the core, drive up to the spine, improve my posture, improve my body's idea of what's upright. Yes, I can because I have this band, which is external feedback. So I'm gonna hang on here, big inhale, push the butt back, keep the chest up, out of the water, boom. Lock out, and just make sure when you finish that you're not gonna like finish. I see a lot of these kind of squats, bam, yeah, and then like you're gonna walk around like this the rest of the day. You probably don't want to do that, so make sure I'm taking my head up and my butt gets tight, stomach tight. Inhale, exhale. Wham, bam, those are the squats. There are ways to do deadlifts with these as well. Woo! The next greatest exercise ever. Deadlifts. So, just like I'm holding now, take one end in, I'm gonna put it under the foot, I'm gonna step the next band under the foot as well. It's like I'm carrying groceries, right? So again, I have my visual target behind me, the kettlebells. I wanna hit my glutes against that kettlebell, but I'm gonna try and keep my head and my butt in the same plane. So what I mean by that is like, if you look at my elbow and my hand, we're gonna do this. We're not going to do this. Butt back, head up, looking straight ahead. Bam, hips out, kind of essentially a straight line from the toes to the shoulders. Bam. So I'll come up so you can see this from a couple different angles. I'm staying tall, staying tight. Inhale, hips back. Push against the feet. Bam. Lock out nice and tall at the top. I'm not leaning back. That is not a deadlift. Don't do that. Tight at the bottom, tight at the top. What I'm doing is I'm tucking the pelvic with an anterior pelvic tilt. Boom. Tightening up the anterior part of my core, pushing in the posterior, locking the glutes, locking the core, getting tall. You can feel that in the hamstring and glutes. So from straight ahead, and out, boom, get tall. That's one way to do a deadlift, just like the squat. There's another way. Put it under the feet again. Whoa, go figure. Just like the squat, I can take it up around the shoulders. Whoop. There we go, kind of like some suspenders. I don't wash, rinse, repeat. I'm gonna keep this tight. I can follow this band straight down to the feet because this should be on a pretty much straight track. Hips out, I can feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Now I remember when we were squatting, I was looking at the knees, going maximal flexion in the knees. So now we've got that maximal flexion in the hips. I got a big bend in the hips. Stomach stays tight, butt tight. And again, if you're not comfortable with any of these movements, you can either message me, ask me how you can get some sort of variation, or you can skip through them, find a trainer in your area, hire me to help you online. I want you to be able to do these moves. Obviously, safety is number one. So, those are some upright standing movements. There's also the lunge. Some single leg movements like lunge and RDL we'll go over next. So if you're always like, man, when I do single leg movements with the bands, I lose the band. I step off the band slips from underneath my foot. What I'm gonna do is show you a quick way, a little hack. If you've ever done a pull-up with a band to assist you, you're gonna band your foot the same way you would the band for a pull-up bar. So I'm gonna take it underneath my foot, I'm gonna open up one end like so, grab the other end, put it through, shabam. Now no matter where my foot goes, I'm good. So, there are no rules to lunging besides the posture of your anatomy when you're getting started. You want to make sure you're in good control. As far as where the band goes, which way, how I step, which leg do I use, I want you to use the leg that feels the best for your quad, in the lead leg. So that means whichever leg is stepping forward, the top of that leg should feel the most contraction. If that means your banded leg is the stepping leg forward, awesome. Maybe it's the banded leg at the back. It's going to be different because all of our anatomies are different. But mainly for a lunge, you should be feeling it in your anterior quad of the anterior leg, which means a forward leaning leg. So for example, I got my left leg banded, I'm going to step forward. I got a nice big step, okay, a nice big gait. And now I'm just going to travel up and down. I'm not lunging forward and back. I just divided my step and I'm going straight down. The lead quad is loaded, straightening out the leg, and I'm gonna step together again. So again, from the side, bend, contralateral, left to right, big step forward, drop the back knee, got a 90-degree bend in the back knee, 90-degree bend in the lead knee, and a 90-degree bend from the femur to the spine, and I'm just coming straight back up, step again. I can also take this and go in reverse. So now I'm gonna load my right leg, which is the free leg, the band is in the back. Maybe you feel most comfortable doing it that way. There's no right or wrong, it's just what's best for you and what's safe and smart. I can also do a side lunge, okay? So I'm gonna lateral step, load that banded leg, I'm still staying tall, feet are still forward, stepping together, load that side lunge, and I can also push off of the band to load the free leg, really having to focus on blocking my leg out. Extension is just as important as contraction, so flexing the knee, you have to be able to also fully open and extend the leg. So having the lead or the straight leg banded will help on that, blocking that out. It's important for kicks, it's important for not falling. If I step off a little sidewalk and maybe I wasn't expecting the ground to be cracked, I gotta block the legs so I don't fall. So we're gonna go to the ground real quick. I'll show you three more moves from the ground, all right? And then we'll call it a day. We'll go to our back, we'll do some glute bridge, very popular move. Typically see people loading up as much possible weight that they can on top of their hips and large arteries and primary nerves that run through here. Yeah, let's put tons of weight on that. Yeah, it's not always the best. There's way different ways to do this move, but bands we're gonna work for right now. I'm gonna load it across the waist. So, I'm gonna lie back, feet stay flat, thumbs through the bands. The bands are gonna go across my hip. So it's kind of like you're getting set for a roller coaster ride. Boom. Hands stay flat on the ground. If you need more resistance, you can grab more bands. Or for the sake of demonstration speed, I'm just gonna take this one band here. Take it across my waist, hands stay down. Head relax. Take the tension out of the neck. I'm gonna push into the ground, my feet. Exhale, drive the hips up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up, drive the hips up. Core stays tight. Glutes, hamstrings, glute bridge. You can also add an isometric hold at the top so we can get a little more out of this movement. All these movements, think of time under tension. You can add a very slow or like a negative with a 3, 2, 1, like a 2-second hold, 1, 2, and then drive out from the bottom position or the top position, wherever your tightest contraction is, either at the top or the bottom. So 2 more moves, and we'll move on with the banded exercise demonstrations for today. So I'm gonna hook it around that foot so I don't lose my bands. Voila, I'm gonna hang on to the band with 2 feet, and I'm gonna go to my knee, 2 hands. 2 hands, I'm gonna do a single leg kickback. So spine's nice and straight. I'm not gonna arch the back while I do this move. I'm gonna stay nice and neutral, solid through the core. I'm just gonna kick my foot straight back until it's in line with the hip. Yes, I can go to the ceiling. I can add some extension in the back, but typically what I see is when they add this extension, the spine starts to arch, and we're losing any movement in the glute and all the movements in the low back. And people are like, I did leg day and my back's killing me. Awesome. No, it's leg day. Should be glutes from the waist down. If it did core, maybe, but no. So I'm gonna extend, push straight through the heel, keep the stomach tight, spine straight. Again, these are intro moves, just getting started. So you can also roll to the back and essentially do the same thing like a leg press. I can do 2 legs or 1 leg right now. I'm demonstrating 1 leg. I'm gonna hang on to the bands, nice and tight. If I need less slack or more slack, I can tighten up. If I need less slack, I can move it up here. I can add other bands or use a different band for different variations of tension. 90-degree bend, I'm gonna exhale, push it straight out until I feel maximum contraction in the quad, which is going almost straight again to the other foot. If I want to add a little more core, I can keep the other leg elevated. So both legs are elevated, holding a semi-hollow rock position. You can also change variations in the way the foot is facing the femur, the direction you press, the duration of time you hold, the time under tension. Again, these are just some intros to give you an idea how to put a workout together for yourself using these bands. This was our lower body demonstration day. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Most importantly, subscribe so I can continue to bring you more videos on motivation, exercise demonstrations, and other workout ideas. Thank you very much. Again, my name is Coach Clay here at Alchemy Body Conditioning. Hope you have a great day, Superhumans. Keep moving forward. Thank you.